Back in the 1980s and early 1990s, golfers had to face the limits of technology if they wanted to play golf video games, especially on the popular 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System. Regardless, golf fans back in those dark ages and even today's golf fans could still find a decent time on this console if they wanted to check out a golf game and endure their primitive graphics of the day. For example, NES Open Tournament Golf was released in 1991 on the NES. Today, gamers who subscribe to the Switch Online service can play NES Tournament Golf, and that has made it easy to record this footage. What is in NES Open Tournament Golf? Well, there are three options right off the bat. Players can choose from Stroke Play, Match Play, and Tournament Play. Clubhouse is the equivalent of an options menu. Once the course is picked in Stroke Play mode, Mario walks out onto the course and the round starts with the expected overhead view found in the original black box golf on NES. Players can see various information on the left side of the screen. Players can also choose from a slow, medium, or fast swing, with the speed affecting the yardage of the shot. After choosing the club and the type of shot, the screen switches to a view behind Mario. Kind of primitive, but this view is the precursor to the standard behind the golfer view seen today in most modern golf games. From there, players make the familiar 3-click swing, which longtime fans of the Mario Golf series should know by now. To hit a full shot, the arrow should go completely left before the player hits A again at that point. Players can adjust and hit the A early if they don't want to hit a full shot. Then when the arrow comes back to the right, the player hits the A again at the spot where it began. The 3-click system works well enough. It's not as fun as making a full swing with a Wiimote when playing a game such as Wii Golf, but for NES Tournament Golf, it is a fine system and a precursor to the swing mechanic seen in the Mario Golf games that came afterwards. Getting to see the ball fly into the background is great and almost reminds the player of modern 3D golf games before the view changes back to an over-the-top view. Once the player hits the green, little marks indicate how the break on the putt goes. Now let's talk about the other gameplay options. Match play is all about beating the opponent hole by hole. Once someone wins the first hole, he can say I'm one up on the other golfer, and that score changes as the match goes on. Tournament golf puts the player against a full field of other golfers, although you only see their names on the leaderboard. Of course, there's no feeling of a crowd even in tournament mode because of the technology limitations of the time. The course remains empty throughout the game, and no one gives a polite clap when the ball rolls into the hole on the putting green, or cheers when the player hits a good shot. The game does offer fast-paced and catchy music when setting up a shot, then it gets silent during the actual shot before returning to the same short loop when setting up the next shot. The music does get repetitive because of how short the loop is. NES Tournament Golf is probably the best the NES can do in terms of golf, but sure, it has aged in terms of graphics and sound. At the end of the day, the modern golfer wanting to play a golf video game will not play this game for too long before going with something made within the past 20 years with more pleasing graphics. Is it nitpicking to complain about graphics in a golf game? No, when playing golf in real life, getting to walk in the beautiful outdoors comes as part of the package when playing this sport. Is NES Open Tournament Golf fun though? It's fun in spurts. For 18 holes it holds up well before I want to go do something else. The core mechanics of a golf game are there, including the 3-click system, but why would I play this game in today's age when I could play Mario Golf and use a more refined 3-click system than the one inside here? For those with the Switch Online expansion pack, players could go with Mario Golf on the Nintendo 64 app and enjoy the improvements Nintendo made in their first 3D golf game. With all that said, NES Tournament Golf still offers a decent time for 18 holes, but I can see golf fans playing this one just to understand how golf games looked back in the day. It's a welcome addition to the Switch Online service, but there are better golf games out there to get into.